Hey, here we go. Welcome to another edition of the Michigan Football Film Study Focus on the Offense with Al Borges. We are talking about a film study of a victory over the Spartans, no less, and one where maybe, just maybe they found a pathway to something that they can ride the rest of the way this season, a quarterback dynamic that can work. A two
Mhm.
quarterback system with Davis Warren and Alex Orgy that Davis throwing it a little bit, Alex running it a little bit, maybe Davis running it a little bit down the stretch, and Alex throwing it a little bit. Maybe that'll be something we see down the stretch. But that wasn't the case in this game. It was Davis throwing it some and Alex running it some. We're going to profile that in the film study today. Al Borges. Al, how are you?
I'm doing great, Sam. It's great to come off a win, have something fun to talk about because the alternative just doesn't make the program as much fun.
Yeah,
But
sure does.
we had some stuff in this game that was exciting, and particularly the second half, because I think it was kind of a tale of two halves. The second half just appeared to be a let it rip mentality from the players and the coaches' perspective, and I think made a difference. This is a team that they're not the same team they've been the last 3 years. They've been a team that could really kind of bully you a little bit, push you around. I'm not sure they can't do a little bit of that, but this is more of a team that's got to work a little more out of the box. And in the second half, I think they did just that. They just, a little flea flicker, halfback pass, you name it. They weren't afraid to run it, and doggone everything they called worked out pretty good, particularly the new ad stuff, the stuff that I don't think Michigan State had practiced against.
Yeah, and so it's going to be interesting to see how teams play them. Will they try to do what Michigan State did, and maybe see if Michigan can use what they learned, countering what Michigan State did to them in this
Mm-hmm.
game. And Al, you saw with some of these show plays at the beginning how Michigan State really said, "Hey, you know what, Michigan? We're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
very aggressive with our safeties
Mm-hmm.
against you." Uh, with Davis Warren in the game, especially. And so here we're gonna show that with a couple of these show plays out of the gate. And so you call this series safeties triggering.
Yeah, safety's triggered. Not necessarily box players, because most of the time the guy triggering was outside the umpire and the snap of the ball, but he just came blowing up as soon as he got a run read. If that tight end blocked down or he blocked the man over him, he just blew up into the box. And here's a prime example. This happened, Sam, 11 times in the game where a triggering safety, corner, whatever, was making the play within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. It happened 7 times in the first half where they had them all blocked, and that safety made the play. Now that's tough to account for because the back wasn't getting an opportunity to have enough space to beat the guy. Here's a prime example. The safety came barreling into the line of scrimmage on the punch play, and every guy is capped. They did a great job with the right guard of getting around on the Mike linebacker. They kicked out the widest guy. The safety filled in the hole and second and what it was, second and 12 or whatever.
Yeah, so you can see him. He just look
Yeah,
at
it
him
was.
lined up on the hash at the top of your screen.
Yeah, that play gained about a yard and a half. Okay, and when you cap them all, you get them all. But you want to believe they're going to do better than that. But this just kept coming up. I mean, time and time again. Now they did pay for it. We're going to show you that they didn't get away with it. Not the whole game anyway. So we're going to show you how they their counterpunch to that.
All right.
Let's show them another one, Sam. This is another one. Same idea. Zone play to the right behind the tight end. Every guy's blocked, and there's a safety making the play for about 2 yard gain. But the whole defense, front wise, is pretty much capped. But there's the safety.
Coming up to make the
I can't
play.
let him do that. You don't have any running game. You do that. There's got to be a counterpunch to this action right here.
And
Now,
so,
occasionally that back will beat him, but you can't count on that all the time.
yeah, I was gonna say, they're gonna say, "Well, coach, wait a minute, he's one on one with the safety. Coach, he's one on one with the safety. I thought you said he's
Nah,
supposed to be that guy."
yeah, but no space. You got to have some space. You can't. It's one thing, sometimes those box defenders will force with a little depth, so it gives the back a chance to square them up. But when there's no space, man, I don't. That's hard on any, even a good back. Now the great ones will find a way, I guess, to beat him. But I mean, that's tough there. That's not you know that's not conducive to winning that one-on-one. So, and what happens on the thing, Sam, is if you don't create something to put caution in them, whether it be a pass or whatever, they creep up even more and they force trigger even faster. So, there's got to be an answer to that.
Yeah, so that was a consistent theme to how Michigan State was, how they were playing Michigan, and this was something that we kind of talked about. Al, they're going to ignore, the quarterback as a threat with Davis in the game, and I mean, it's hard to block safeties triggering like that, even if you got a line that is really effective at blocking. That's not really a loaded box, but
No,
that can handle extra men in the box area. Even if you got a line that's effective at doing that, it's hard handling safeties that are coming down, triggering like that. So, how do you deal with that if you're Michigan? So that was one issue that they had to deal with. Another issue had to deal with early is your quarterback and Davis Warren coming in there. We saw this earlier in the season. There are times where he would leave the pocket too early, and we saw that first series of the game.
yeah, he's got to protect it or depend on his protection. Trust his pass protection. Here's an instance where there's really no pressure to speak of. Okay, and he bails out. Has to throw the ball away, pins himself into the sideline. All the receivers are covered. He just got to throw the ball away, and they got to punt it. But if you look at the play, you'll see that when he took his drop, and if you could slow this down and maybe stop it, Sam, when you go ahead and take the drop. Now he hits the back of the drop, freeze it right there. Okay. Now see, there's part of your problem right there. Okay. As soon as you hit that third step, get on your back foot, collect your feet, and start to climb. See, he hits the third step, kind of bounces back to, which disrupts the timing. Okay. Kind of disrupts the timing. So pull with that front foot, collect with that back foot, collect your feet, start pushing the pocket. You can see that's just a beautiful pocket. You can see it all. And now here comes Colston Loveland running through the traffic. They got to run through the umpire and their own guy and he's open. He's open. Okay. And on this kind of play, you want to kind of read the mesh. As they cross, see which one gets rubbed. In this case, they got two guys, the rat player and the guy covering the first crosser. The middle hook is being covered by the corner, I believe, and there's Colston with tons of separation. Take that step, set your hips, drive that throw, and you can see there's nothing but green grass there. He may break that tackle and really turn it into a big one. But you got to trust that protection and understand the timing of the route. Let your eyes and your feet take you to the pattern. Your feet will dictate the timing. Your eyes will dictate the decision. But that's a wasted opportunity. That's some meat on the bone that should have been a successful play.
So a little bit later in the game, I want to say it was the third quarter. We'll bring this play up right now, back to back. Did the same thing, but he got away with it on this play, Al.
The next one, the next one we're showing, but it's bad news, good news, but I don't just don't like. I mean, you'll see that it should not have resulted in what it resulted in. Okay, they're showing pressure. It's 3rd and 5. Again, there's no imminent threat. No one's in the middle of the pocket to force you to cut the ball loose. Okay, and if you watch the route now, he scrambled and threw it for a first down, but it really wasn't necessary. The ball should have been completed through structure. Okay, if you watch it from the wide angle, and I pause that just a second, Sam. You're going to see Colston Loveland is the number 3 receiver, the 3rd receiver inside. He's going to run up the field and run a little return route against man-to-man, and he's going to beat the guy. There's going to be separation. Again, take the drop, collect your feet, climb the pocket, let your eyes take you to the read. And until you feel that rush force you into an improv mode, think throw. I'm going to time the throw. I'm going to make the throw on time with structure. And then if you, for some reason, there's a protection breakdown or there's a coverage situation, then go into your act. Do what you got to do and go to your scramble rules. But you can see this is a play. You can let that run as slowly as you can possibly get away with.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Now he's out right now. Why is he out right now? Where are you going? Where are you going? You got a beautiful pocket. You haven't given the tight end a chance to make the move. And there's the move. He's open right there. If it's timed right, you can whiz it right by that umpire. He'll turn and run, and you'll get a first down. It turns out okay, but that's just not the way it's set up. I appreciate the fact that they got the first down, kept it going, but you don't design the play this way. And when you design the play and the play's open, you got to throw it. You got to do what's right, right? Okay. All right. We beat Davis up enough. He did some good stuff too. Okay. He did. He got settled in. You know, I thought a pivotal time for him was towards the end of the first half when they went to fast offense. You know, they were in 2-minute situation, and he didn't have to extrapolate a lot of information. Just get on the ball. Let's go. Boom, boom. He hit a few nice passes and ended up taking them down where they scored. So, you know, we're not picking on him. We're just trying to fix some of the stuff that, you know, he didn't do right, because he did do some stuff right.
He did some, made some nice passes, especially down the field passes as they got deeper into the game. That wanted to be a big place for Michigan. All right, Al. So you said Davis did some positive things, some really good things. It's time to start digging into some of those good things, right?
Yeah, it kind of started bad because he kind of started slow, you know, but he started feeling a little bit as the game went on. They gave him a couple throws that he made nicely, and he got rolling.
That's right. So, you know, sometimes you want to give a guy, you know, like a high percentage play.
Oh, yeah, confidence builder, Sam. Confidence builder. Here's an easy completion. You're struggling, throw this one. This was in the second series, 1st and 10, okay? And it's a 4-2 look with a chop. Chop means a corner's coming. Corner's coming off the edge, all right? Quick screen, easy completion, pitch and catch, okay? We'll show you how easy and how they executed it. Oh, look at what they did. They brought the corner off the edge to a tight formation, and then they brought the end and the defensive tackle inside. And then the corner, or the safety, I should say, covered for that blitzing corner, and he took Loveland. And then that linebacker kind of moved out, and he took the outside, the curled flat, okay? I believe this was still a zone defense, even with the corner blitz. Well, you see what they did. I will leave those guys up there. Ben Bredeson, he goes down, and he blocks that linebacker who's working outside to get the play started, okay? That's his dude. Right tackle's out. He blocks that safety. And this kind of double teams that backer because that safety doesn't show right away, and they just try and fall off and get that safety. Right guard steps back, takes a bite out of that defensive tackle, starts upfield, and looks for that linebacker coming over the top for the screen. Centers blocks for temporarily, just kind of stuns the guy, and then works through the middle looking for anything, what I call north. Look north. If anything shows in that area, block it. And then the left guard has the rat kill. What's the rat kill? That's the dude. He's going to hit this guy real quick. He's going to work down the line of scrimmage and see if somebody retraces their footsteps and is a threat to the screen. Okay? So he's going to work down the line of scrimmage, peek back to see if anybody is coming from behind. Okay? He's going to kill the rat. There's a rat hanging around. He's got to kill the rat and make sure the play gets started. Okay? And then my man Hinton, he's a full-time blocker. He got that guy the whole play. He's not in the screen. He's just going to engage that rusher and keep him away from the quarterback. Okay, there's your decoy guys. Running back out of the backfield. Both receivers look like they're blocking for a little swing screen, but that's just a smoke screen because that's not – the play is not going that – the ball's not going that way. Okay. Here goes Colston in motion, just slightly outside that point man, and then pushes up the field a couple steps and then comes back to set all those blocks up. Easy completion. Step back, boom, flip him the ball and enjoy the view. Nicely done. You could see he set those blocks up well. They all had a chance to do what they needed to do because he didn't rush it. Let it all happen in front of him and turn it into a nice gain.
Yeah, man. Get some screen action in there, coach.
Oh, yeah. I told you they're using more screens than they've been using now. It's not, that's, we last couple of years, we just had so few of them, but they didn't really need them.
Yeah. Some tight end screens.
Yeah.
Maybe get some running back screens in there at some point.
Yep.
You say you gotta practice screens a lot.
You got to practice them. Yeah. You got to practice screens and you got to orchestrate success in practice by just telling the scouts to be good actors. We're not going to compete on the screens. We're going to hustle our butt off. We're going to give them a great look. But if you find a lot of times that you won't call the screens because the screens look so lousy in practice because you don't get the gross reaction that you get in the game. But once you orchestrate them better, to orchestrate their success, you're much more willing to call them in a game. Hence, they're much more likely to work.
All right. Let's go right back to it. Hey, man, let's keep getting ball to our tight end because he is an outstanding target, right? So let's figure out.
This is another good confidence builder here, Sam. These types of plays get the quarterback back on track. Okay, and this is a play they've run over the last few years. I mean, the success of it has been off the charts. This is a wide delay versus 4-2 stubby. Stubby means they're playing 3/2 to the field. The two inside guys are basically double teaming the slot. Basically, they have other rules, and the bottom corner is locked up on the wide receiver. Okay, and they're playing cover 4 on the backside. Okay, so let's talk about it. Wide delay. We've diagrammed this before over the years. We haven't this year. Okay, that's the start of it. The outside receivers are right down the hash mark to pull that safety out and maybe even get the corner to squeeze, but he doesn't do that this time. Okay, and then the running back, and I believe it's Khalil, he runs a little wheel route out of the backfield to get those guys out of there, get them out of there. But they also get the linebacker out of there. The linebacker starts, he doesn't run with it, but he widens with the rail and opens up that middle or helps to open up that middle. Okay, the other side runs a vertical and a smash. That pinks the safety out and holds the corner. So you got a pretty good deal. And then the Mike, he ascends enough to create a hole underneath the coverage so that Colston can do his deal. Spotlight drops on Colston. Simulate a block. Make him think you're blocking. Be patient. Don't go too fast. Give him a chance to get the hell out of there. So once he gets the hell out of there, then you can catch it and run like hell. If you go too fast, they'll eyeball you and minimize the damage. And that's where he caught it. Caught it kind of just outside the tight end. Sometimes it gets caught a little bit more to the middle, depending on when it, how quickly he gets off. But that's about where it caught. Easy completion. I think it's a quick 9 yards. See how easy that is? Boom. Nothing to it. Turn and split that. Turn and split that if you can. Not a bad play, though. There's a good picture from the back. See these lousy diagrams. I wish we could get them off, but we can't. You can see Colston kind of simulating it. Boom. I'd like to see him on that play not get knocked back too much because it's hard to get any depth on the route at all. Which you don't want to get a lot of depth, but you don't want to get knocked back so it kills the timing of the route. I just tell him, take a bite, but kind of give ground begrudgingly.
Yeah, this has been a tried and true play for them.
Yeah, it has. It has. It's man, the percentages on this play, Sam, over the last 4 years, holy smoke! I bet they got a great training reel to show their kids.
Yeah, it's hit well. Remember that Nebraska game a couple of years ago. Nebraska, Penn State, 21. These were.
Yep. And it's perfect for him. Gives him a chance to work in space a little bit. And he likes that.
Yeah. All right. So let's get right back to it as we move on. And like you say, confidence builder, confidence
Confidence
builder,
builder, you bet.
high percentage play for Davis, as you could tell when you saw him bail on that um completion to Samaj. I mean, he bailed on that play right away. So I imagine you as a play caller, you're like, yeah, I got to settle him down. You got to be
Yeah,
thinking that,
no
right?
question. Yeah. Yeah, he's getting his next shot. He don't want to screw it up. He's but probably trying to do a little too much. Just but work within the structure of the offense, improv when you need to. That's all. I mean, it sounds simple, I guess, than it is, but that's what you got to do. Call the play, run the play the way it's designed to be run, and do what you got to do if that breaks down. It's that simple. Don't try and invent a new play in the middle of the play.
All right, on to the next one. All right, Al. We got to get a touchdown on the board.
Oh, this one. I like this, Sam. I like this one a lot. This is a great play right here. This is good. Okay. This is a fly action corner line route. It's an RPO. It's an RPO, Sam. It doesn't look like an RPO, but it's an RPO. And we're going to take this a little bit at a time here because we didn't illustrate it. So we're going to show you.
Well, we did, but
it died on us, Sam. That we had a little technical difficulties on this one, but that's okay. We can talk you through it. All right. From the get. All right, freeze it right there, Sam. So this is what's going to happen. I think that's Charleston, isn't it? He's going in what I call fly motion, okay? So he's going to simulate a fly sweep. Not going to get the ball, but he's going to give him a little eye candy inside there so there's confusion on those linebackers, okay? Look how low the safety is here, Sam. Of course, they're on a 10-yard line. Why not, right? Why not? That motion moves both the backer into the box and the corner into a tight look on the nub side. The nub side being the tight end side with no receiver outside. Okay, so here we go. Here's his own play. Everybody's coming off. It's a run. It's a run, Sam. It's a run. They're pushing to that middle linebacker. See that? Everything is run. And he's actually reading that in, but with the intent that he's going to be aggressive with the pull. He's going to be aggressive with the pull. If he thinks it's anything, he's going to pull the ball. Okay? So there he goes into Donovan's gut. Here comes Bredesen across the formation. Everything's run, and that safety is swearing to the good Lord. That's a running play. You can see him flying up there. Hell, he damn near could have taken a handoff. So what's Davis do? Pulls the ball out. And oh, my God. Right now his eyes are like saucers. He's going, holy smoke. They jump Bredesen. He doesn't look all that good right now. The corner on the bottom, you can see slipped and fell. He realized, oh, my goodness, that is not a run. And he just wrist throw that right over the top and play the victors. Great play. Not a new play. They run that play in the past. I haven't seen it in a while, though. We illustrated that, but I bet it was 2 years ago that we did.
Yeah.
So run pass option play that doesn't look like a run pass option, but actually is. And if you look at the play one more time, Sam, go back again. I believe it's a right guard or center. I can't remember. He's about 4 yards down the field. Let's see who it is. Oh, yeah. No, it's a left guard. So let's see that left guard.
Yeah, that was a little more than 3 yards.
I want you to pause it, Sam. Right there.
Ooh, they got away with that.
Sam, they let you cheat. I don't know how you let you do that, but I do it. I don't care.
That's fine. He's fine. That's 3 yards.
He's fine? Okay. No, he is fine. I'm not taking a touchdown back. He still hasn't released the ball.
You get 3 yards, Al. You get 3 yards.
All right, well, keep going.
I mean,
I'll take it. Just be quiet and move on.
Who is that?
Left guard. So left guard, they're gutting to the front side linebacker. I believe it's a Preep.
Come on, Preep. Come on, man.
You can't. What are you going to do? It's a run play. He thinks it's a run play. Yeah,
I guess you're right.
He's telling him, you better get rid of that ball because I'm going after that sucker. Because if you hand that ball off and I don't block that guy, you're going to scream bloody murder. So you ain't doing nothing wrong.
You're right. Come on, quarterback. Get rid of the ball. You're right.
This is a nice play, though. Boy, the one thing about that doggone RPO is because it's a running play, it sells the hell out of the run, right? It's like a gross play action pass because guys are coming off because they think the ball could be exchanged.
Ooh. I think the ball's out of his
But
hands.
Sam, this is another one right here. We're going to show you later. Those safeties forcing the line of scrimmage that we showed in the first couple clips. This is the counterpunch. This is what they have to feel if they want to play that aggressively. They have to be afraid that this could happen, and this will slow them down.
See, but the other element to this is if he holds on to it, then he can just throw the line route.
Yeah, maybe, but the lineman may not score touchdowns because he's running. I don't know. I like what he did.
But I'm just saying
You could.
if he's in trouble and he still has the ball,
he could throw the line route.
Sure. Downfield, he can throw the line route.
Mm-hmm. And no one would complain.
No one would complain.
Well, they might complain, but they would be right.
Yeah, he's not a penalty at that point.
No, it is not.
So there you go, folks.
Good play. God, that was a good play.
We illustrated the hell out of that play too. I'm kind of.
We did. We spent a lot of time on that. And then Sam says the computer crashed. So what? I would say that to him, but I was thinking it.
I'm in my feelings about that.
Yeah, it's not the first time that's happened to us, but that's all right.
Yeah, in my feelings about that. So you can tell I'm dwelling on it a little bit. So, Al. So I've been saying, you figure they're going to go to Davis. Davis is the comfort zone for the play caller, right? Mm-hmm. They want to throw the football, but you know how teams are going to play Michigan, how teams are going to play this offense with Davis Warren at quarterback. They are going to disrespect the run game. They are going to ignore him as a run threat. They are going to dare this line to block either a loaded box, or they're going to say, hey, we can trigger hard with our safeties, and they aren't going to be able to do anything about it, right? So it's going to require a different answer from Michigan. And that's why I said, hey, they're going to have to play some Alex Orji. Michigan didn't come with that answer in any substantive way. I want to say they played Alex for a snap in the first half. I thought they did. But they played, whether they did or did not, we know they played him a lot in the second half. And this play we're about to show, Al Borges, oh yeah.
This is vintage Alex. And this, goes hand in hand with what we're talking about, where they open things up in the second half, okay? And Alex played, I don't know, about 7 or 8 plays, but they were pivotal plays. This is one. This is a quarterback punch play, okay? It's a one-back quarterback power, okay? They motion Khalil out to get somebody loosened, and they just run the quarterback power around the corner. Hit percentage was great for the guard. He came around the bend, picked up that scrapey linebacker, Colston Loveland, who's playing tight end, handled the 7 technique well. I told you he's been doing a better job inline blocking. You can see it here. See Colston? You see Jihadi? And there we go. Well blocked, well designed, good run. Look at it. Boy, he's a physical sucker. That is nicely done. And that's a good game.
Good game. And then some.
Yeah. Oh. He just steps back, lets that guard get in front of him, and then just sees what happens, And Loveland did a nice job of dealing with that stand-up 7 technique. And like I said, the guard came around, got a nice block on a scraping linebacker, and there's Samaj out in front trying to help, but that's the good-looking play. Yeah, and that, I believe, was his first play. Yeah, that was his first play at the 28th play of the game. Quarterback punch.
Yeah, it's a big play.
Big play. And he's got more coming.
They had to find an answer to run the football. +1 running, Al. +1 running was the answer.
+1 running, baby. Can't beat it. Now at least they know they have that ingredient in their offense. Okay. And eventually maybe they're going to have to use Davis Warren to run a little bit on pulling zone plays and such. Even though he may not be the greatest, he's not that bad. I've had worse quarterbacks than him. So he may be able to add a little bit to that. Maybe not much, but a little bit to that if they want to run some zone reads.
Yeah, they're gonna have to present him as a threat to make them respect it.
Hmm.
So that was one of the things that I say you're gonna have to mix them in some kind of way. One of the things you said is they're gonna have to present some trick plays. And boy, Al, you were on to something, my man, because they did that. They did
Yeah.
that. There
Yeah.
you go.
Here's a flea flicker. This was cool. This isn't new. Hell, we've seen a bunch of these, right? Now, the thing that was cool about this, Sam, they didn't really bite it. You know what I mean? They didn't really bite it. Now the backers came up a little bit, but it wasn't like there's somebody out there all by them. A lot of times on flea flickers, the guy's out there waving his arms to throw you the ball because the safeties have come up, but they didn't really bite it. But Davis threw a BB. This is a great throw in a perfect spot right on the sideline. And you watch this again. Watch his footwork. Watch how he drives this throw. He's got it, set, drive it, ball. It's good ball there. That's good quarterbacking. It didn't really go exactly like you wanted. You wanted to get something maybe down the middle or deep post on a flea flicker, but they gave him the corner out, and he spun it. Good job. Nice grab too.
Yeah, he's
That's I
feeling
believe
it.
that's Taylor Morris, isn't it? Or Tyler
Yeah,
Morris.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was Tyler Morris. Really good throw and catch
I
over in the
like it. I like it, but it's another thing, Sam. Even though it really didn't get the safeties by much, it's something that they have to be aware of. Future opponents now. Oh, they got that. We got to be careful about forcing too fast because they got that. So even though it didn't really go exactly the way you want a flea flicker to go, well, it was good. They see that on film and they say, well, they got it. Safeties, be careful. Make sure those guys threatening blocks are actually blocking you and not threatening blocks. So
So Al, they get on the doorstep. Excuse me. They get in the red zone. They take two cracks at it, and they get stuffed. With so Davis, the quarterback, and they're stuffing the run. They're stuffing the run. They put Alex back in there. Alex back in there, and suddenly now you gotta account for the quarterback again.
yeah.
Threat, and boy, oh boy, here we go. Some more
Oh
plus one.
God, I tell you, I learned a lot about this using the quarterback on inside the 10-yard line from when I watched Tebow. Tebow would carry the ball inside the 10-yard line. God dog, I don't know how many times you saw this. And this would probably be a play that he would run. And all it is a crackback with what we call pin and pull schematics. All right. Here comes Bredesen now. He's going to pin that stand up. Link's going to pull, block the first thing to the outside, and Khalil's going to come inside and block that linebacker scraping over the top. Pin, pull, lead. And Alex just steps back, sees what's up. Try and force the corner. If he feels like he's cut off, put your foot to the ground and find a cavity. That's just what he does. When that big old sucker gets his shoulders down, he's going to fall forward. He didn't have to fall forward there. He just kind of walked in. But this was beautifully designed, beautifully blocked.
Yeah, I mean, if they discovered they had to in this game. You know, inside the when you talk about goal line, you talk about short yardage situations. You know, so inside the 5, any sort of short yardage situation, closing out the game, which we're going to see coming up when you got to run the football. Yeah, Alex Orji's
He
got to be
was
in
so
there.
valuable situationally, Sam. 4-minute offense, like you say, plus 10. He was so valuable in that way. And they can build on that, I'm telling you. And he's pretty confident right now. I think this kid can be a factor in these last games, a big factor. He was a big one in this one.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. But much like you said, they're going to have to. It seems like they're going to have Davis pull the ball. Have to,
A little
give him
bit.
some
Yeah, a
reads.
little bit.
They're
I
gonna have
think
to
he's
have
better.
they're gonna have to have Alex throw it a time or two. I
Yeah,
mean,
who
gotta
knows?
present
Yeah.
the threat. Gotta present the threat. All right, but let's get back to it, Al. Let's get back to another illustration because you said trick plays.
Oh, I like this one. This is another one. I like it. Certain plays, I just, get a little tingle down my spine. This is one of them. This halfback pass. They've run this before. It's been a while, I think, but they've run halfback pass versus 4-2 cover 6. Now, cover 6 means the corner's rolling up and the safety's high. It's like a cover 2. So these kind of plays sometimes a little tough to run, but because they're so anxious to get up in there on those runs. Here's another one where they paid for it. Okay. Okay, let's look at it. First thing, both bite, a big bite by both. B. A big bite by both. Both those guys are going to come blowing up. Okay. All right, there's your scheme. That's the look that they get, and they're swearing to God it's a running play, okay? Because that's a horn player. That's a pitch, crack pitch, whatever you want to call it. It's a crack pitch. You got Bredesen coming down to pin the stand up. You got Loveland going down to block the safety, and you got Link pulling to take the corner. That looks like run, okay? That looks like run, and certainly it shows how full Michigan State, okay? The back 4 players and the receivers just run them out of there, but the back 4 players just zone to their right. Okay. Okay. Pitch the ball to Donovan, who's going to put it under his arm for a little bit. Okay. Just to get him to come up. So you don't want to start showing pass right away because they'll put the brakes on it, blow back, make the throw really tight. But you put that thing under your arm a little bit, maybe even slip your passing grip on it inconspicuously, right? And then when you feel that bite, you run by him. That's what Colston does. Oh, as soon as that ball was pitched, those 2 guys came blowing up, and then Colston took off for the corner. Oh, now it's over. Now it's over. Take the ball out and just get him the ball. It doesn't have to be perfect spiral. Just get him the ball because he's ridiculously open.
He said you pitched the ball to you pitched it to Michael Vick. That's who you pitched it to. You didn't pitch it to Donovan Everett. You pitched it to Michael Vick. That's who.
Oh, that's what Donovan said. Yeah, Donovan. I heard him in the postgame saying, "Well, if they need me to play quarterback, hey man, let's not take ourselves too seriously just because we completed a pass, okay?"
Mike Vick.
Yeah, I got you. Mike Vick was left-handed. Okay, so much for that. But you can see it. I mean, you look at it. 3/4 of the play looks like a run, but at the last second, out it comes. Great design, great timing on the call, running it into the boundary where you're going to get fast support. That's just beautiful. God, that's nice. Like it a lot. And I tell you what, Kirk Campbell did a great job of play calling the second half of this game. He opened it up and just said, hey, we got to kind of throw caution to the wind a little bit. Those safeties are forcing hard, and they had the counter punches that helped win the football game.
Yeah, they definitely got a lot more aggressive. That first drive of the second half was the best series in the last 3 games, easily the best series of the last three or so games. I mean,
no question.
Single plays, kept the opponents off balance, used both quarterbacks. I mean, you're Michigan State. You're like, man, you're getting hit with both, left hook, right cross. I mean, they're hitting you with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then they finish you off with a quarterback pin and pull.
They do.
And here you go. Come back later with a halfback pass. Now they're rolling.
See, now at this time, Sam, those safeties got to be careful now. They've been burned on 2 gross run action plays that scored touchdowns. All right. Now they're saying, I don't know, man. We got to be a little more careful on these triggers, And what happens then, Sam? All of a sudden you start running the ball, You start pounding them when maybe early in the game, had you done this maybe in the first half, later in the game, you might be able to run the ball better. So, there's always a residual effect to these things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
Yeah,
uh,
43 went back to the sideline. That safety, Sam, he said, the coach is yelling at him, going, "You got to see that. You got to see that." He goes, "I did see it, coach. It looked like a pitch."
well, Michigan had to close this game out. Um, Michigan State scored. Michigan gets the ball, and they go 3-and-out, Al. They go
It was
3-and-out.
getting dicey. And a short punt, too, right? Wasn't there a short punt?
Yeah, it was a muff punt.
Yeah.
They got a yard. It only took a minute off the clock. The punt was short. Michigan State gets the ball back to defense. The defense bows up and gets a stop. Now the offense gets back on the field, and they put Orgy back in the game. So this is like, okay, it's like wait a minute, we got to close this game out. We got to run the football.
Yep.
Let's put
So
Orgy
what
in
did they do, Sam? They put Orgy in and ran I'm going to diagram it for you. They ran the counter OH with the tight end arcing around. But then turned around and ran 2 duo kicks that gained nothing. Okay, they were in trouble. Then it's 3rd and 5, and they come back and give Orgy another shot at the same play and shut the door. Ball, game over. So again, he came through in a crucial situation and proved why he's got to be in there some. Oh, speaking of which, here we go. This is the Q counter OH. What's OH, Sam? O means the backside guard, and H means the H back. And you could call this OF too, because he's kind of in the fullback position. It's just a basic 4-2 front with a quarters coverage on the back end. It was something they did a lot in this game. But they did something cool here. This was good. They motioned Khalil out. Okay. What that did by motioning him out is it moved 2 folks. One of them out of the box. Ooh, I like that. A little light box. That's always good. All right. So he took 2 guys, kind of moved them. Now that made life a little bit easier. Colston released around that stand up and to the safety. The corner was back. So he decided, I'm going to take the safety. All right. Now those 2 can double team, Sam. That left guard, left tackle, they can double team to the backside, to the they could just simply double team. They don't even have to rub for anybody because the backer they got left the box. They can knock the crap out of that 3 technique and just leave that inside linebacker for Bredesen. The center and right tackle block the nose guard and stand up respectfully. Okay. Now, the pulling guard is going to pull and block the stand up. Oh, 2 receivers blocked there, guys. I don't want to forget them. And there he is. He's going to pull and kick out the stand up. Okay. I believe that's Jihadi. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He pulls and blocks the stand up. And then Bredesen steps forward and wraps around on that linebacker. He's the only one left because the other guy left the box. So you get a nice double team on that 3, and you don't even have to rub off for anybody because there's no linebacker to be blocked. You get trapped, and then Alex, he just steps back, lets it all clear in front of him, and sees what happens on that trap. If that trap gets kicked out, which it does, he's just going to run underneath him. If that guy spills, he may have to bounce and go one-on-one with the corner. But as it turns out, he gets kicked out, boom. Oh, and there he goes. Right through there.
Yeah, stay in bounds. Get down, stay in bounds.
Stay in bounds. He's a smart guy. He knows how to play football, this kid. But I just love the design. I love how it all transpired. This was really, really well done. But it was like a different team in the second half. Don't you think, Sam? I mean, it was like a different team. There's the different schematics, different approach. Mm-hmm. And it was really, really, I thought at the end of the day, really well done.
It was well done. It
Yeah.
was well done.
I
Now
just
they
felt
gotta.
I felt it was a little lethargic in the first half, you know? Not that they weren't trying. They were trying like hell, but it wasn't what it was in the second half. It's like they got a little shot in the arm.
Yeah, they gotta be able to take it, bottle it up, take it with them. What they did in the second half, and start like that. They got to start out like that the next game
Yeah. Yeah,
against.
especially this game because you got to give Oregon a taste of their own medicine. Okay, you got to go out there because what they do is they get you in that at Autzen, and I've been on both sidelines. I can tell you, being the opponent and being on theirs, they scream and yell, and when they get in the red zone, they turn up the lights, and I mean, you got all kinds of deals on the jumbotron, and you can't hear. You know, you're screaming. You know, I think we should just do the same thing to them. Okay, turnabout's good, fair play. So get the crowd into it early and give them something to get excited about. And before you know it, they're backpedaling. And a game that I don't know what they're favored by, but I'm sure they're favored by something, uh, isn't looking the way they were anticipating. So I think this approach, and particularly in the second half of the game, was a great approach, great coaching, and it was a difference in winning at Michigan State.
Absolutely. Well, folks, that is going to do it for this edition of the Michigan Football Film Study. We're going to be back next week, and hopefully, we're talking about an even better offensive effort for the Maize and Blue, right?
Yeah,
We
I'm not
shall.
going to be at the game, Sam. I'm going to. I got a 20th anniversary for our undefeated Auburn team, so I'm not going to be able to make the game. But I hope that the game is early. I think it's 11 something, so I'll be able to watch the game on television. So I may text you a few deals during the course of the game, you know. But I'm looking forward to both games, really. But
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
you gotta. At least you won't be celebrating your Oregon time, your time in Oregon this week when Michigan's playing Oregon.
No,
That
no.
would be awkward.
No, no. The next week I go to Boise for the same thing. We're celebrating the 30th anniversary of our national championship run. So I'm looking forward to that too. I haven't been able to do all these things because I was always coaching. You know, 10-year reunions. You can never make it, but this will be kind of fun.
Yeah, they have a Heisman Trophy candidate.
Yeah, they do. The kid's a good player, isn't he? I watched him last week against, I believe it was UNLV.
Yeah,
He's a
really
good player.
really good. So, at any rate, folks, that'll do it for us. We'll see you next time on the next edition of the Michigan Football Film Study, focused on the offense with Al Borges. We'll see you then.
Go Blue.